Welcome to this week's WWE Raw Recap show brought to you by RP2 Division. Now here is your host, Ronald Ray.
Hello, ma'ams and sirs. Thank you for tuning in to this week's WWE Raw Recap show. I'm Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent. And if you can't tell by my shiny head that I am still on location in bodacious Boiling Springs, South Carolina. But this week's WWE Raw was on location at the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington. A few things went down on this week's Raw, but before we get to that, let me, if you want mine, if you're not a subscriber yet, hit the subscribe button, like button, notification bell, leave a comment, share with friends. Alright, now that crap is out of the way, let's let her rip. They start the show this week with Rey Mysterio coming out, talking about, again, his highs and lows of the year. Talking about, him being a Hall of Fame is a high, and having to fight his son at WrestleMania was a bit of a low. Of course, speaking of Dominique, he comes in and interrupts dear old dad. He also says that Rey Mysterio likes to use people, like the way he used Bad Bunny. Rey said he talked to Bunny, grown man named Bunny. Where's hip hop gone to? Anyway, he said he talked to Bunny and said he better watch out. Rey challenges his kid to, WrestleMania rematch, but Dominic says no. He doesn't want to fight his father, but knows somebody who does, and out comes Finn Balor. And as soon as the bell rings, Finn Balor starts putting the shoes to him, kicking and stomping. Rey made a short comeback, but was called by Finn. Up at this point, Dominic kind of stayed in the corner. Rey will make another big comeback, hitting the comeback button. He hit the 619 on Finn and looked to put it away with a frog splash, but Finn put his knees up and rolled Rey up for two. But in the end, you know what's going to happen. Dominic will wind up hitting his dad with a chain. Finn with a coup de grace would just seal the deal with a win, putting more salt on the wounds. But I think I just got a hunch that it might be a tag team match come Backlash. Maybe Rey and Bad Bunny against Dominique and probably Damian Priest. Or might make a six-man tag. Finn, Dominique, and Damian against Rey, Bad Bunny, and probably one of the other Latino World Order members. We shall see. Earlier, we did see that during an interview with Alpha Academy, we heard Lita screaming. Or was it? Yeah, three women were screaming. Lita, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez. They were in a bad. Looked like Lita got attacked and was down. She was woozy, couldn't really get up. Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus came in and seen her. She was backstage on the floor, and she was taken to a local medical facility. And Trish decided that, hey, I will take Lita's spot and defend the tag team titles against the people who think that, attacked Lita. That would be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. This was a pretty good match. They told a pretty good story about how, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were, they've been a little more familiar with each other. This was the first time, well, except for the 6-woman tag, that Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus had tagged together, so their timing was a little bit off. Becky was, they started off, she got Rodriguez's face, say, look, I know you did it, I know you didn't. And that woman just picked the man up and said, I didn't, and started throwing her around. The challengers would double team Becky Lynch for a while. Then Trish the Dish got tagged in, and they did some double teaming on Liv. But like I said, you can tell the communication wasn't quite there. just back and forth, pretty good back and forth match. Even got a double suplex or double superplex power bomb in there, as you see in the picture there. Um, the end came when Trish tied herself in, went for the chick kick on Liv, but Liv ducked, and Schoolgirl rolled up Trish for the 1-2-3. So, congratulations, we got new women tag team champions in Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Me personally, I think Rodriguez is kind of good upside. I think she can go to toe with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. She still needs to get a little fine tuning, but I think she'd be a future contender, maybe a future champion. So even though it was for Lita, Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus lost the match. Becky raised Trish's hand, doing a hugging thing, and Trish Stratus thanked Becky Lynch by giving her a good old forearm from behind and took her head off with a chick kick. So now we got Trish being a heel. So like to see where this goes, see who actually attacked Lita. Or maybe it's going to be both of them against her. Who knows? The next match we have Bobby Lashley against Bronson Reed. These two hostesses kind of just beat each other up for the first few minutes. Reed will get the advantage after he hit the shoulder block from the apron to the floor on the Lashley. But Lashley would come back, trying to hit the hurt lock. Bronson Reed would counter by jumping up and landing on Lashley. But Lashley came back, would try again. Then the action would spill out to the floor. Ref counted both men out. And, hey, they wouldn't finish with each other. They want to keep fighting. And they did until, of course, those pesky officials came out. Even though the fans wanted to, hey, kind of let them fight. But this should be a pretty decent program, maybe. Might be able to elevate Bronson a little bit. Fans didn't seem like they were kind of into this, though. But sometimes, we get two big guys like that. You're not going to see the flip flies and flips and dip, dodge, and whatever. Next up, we had Cody Rhodes come in. He, of course, did the usual. Hey, what do you want to talk about? And he went into a spiel and basically said, "Yeah, I'm scared of Brock, but I want to fight him, and I want to find the backlash." So looks like they're setting up Cody Rhodes threw down a challenge to Brock Lesnar. I'm pretty sure Lesnar will answer probably this week, but soon. So by far the best match of the night was right here: the Usos against the Alpha Academy. Very entertaining at first. Got some comedy stuff from Otis on Jay to begin with. Alpha would get a good shine, but then the Usos would turn things around. Got the heat on Chad Gable till he made a hot tag to Otis, who literally throws his weight around to both Usos. All four would go at it. The Usos would both each hit a suicide dive on Otis, then took him out with a double super kick. Gable actually answered with his own moonsault from the top rope to the floor onto the Usos. Almost like he was about to get the win, but of course the Usos came back, double super kick. The 1-day 3D on Chad Gable will seal the deal on this one for them. Earlier tonight, it looked like we had a little bit of dissension going on with the Damage Control. Bailey came out after her meeting with Adam Pearce, said, "Hey, I'm working hard getting you guys a, another title shot, that being Io Sky and Dakota Kai, and I'm in a three-way match tonight to be number one contender." And Io Sky was like, "Hey, why not one of us, besides you, to get a chance to wrestle for the Raw Women's Championship?" And Dakota Kai was trying to make the peace, and Bailey said, "Okay, let me go talk to Adam Pearce," and decision was made. It was Mission uh, or Mia Yim, Piper Niven, and Io Sky going at it. This starts out with all ladies getting a little shine time. Uh, Crowd was not definitely wasn't feeling mentioned. She had tried a few comebacks, but I don't know if they kind of see the writing on the walls that they're not going to push her, so fans are just not into her, or they might not just be not into her. She's a heck of a talent, I think, but for some reason she's just not clicking with the fans. Uh, or either that, or they were just tired and saving it all up for the main event, or all three. Uh, but later on, Piper threw her weight around. Sky made a flurry of offense, which woke the fans up a little bit. In the end, Mia would eat the feet on Piper. Then Sky would hit the moon over moonsault on both Piper and uh, Mia, and pinning Mia. And now she's the number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship. And I kind of know she's probably not going to win. She's not going to beat Bianca, but I would love to see her beat Bianca. You know, Unfortunately, I think it'll be one of those where she'll be like a transition champions. Uh, she might, if she beats Bianca by hook or crook or whatever, she'll just drop it to Bailey, and they'll be, or Bailey will cause Io Sky to lose that match, and um, like I said, who knows? So far, pretty decent Raw here, and now it's main event time. And is it just me, or is this like make 3 out of 5 last Raw main events were these two? Uh, they put on a heck of, they really know how to throw down. And that's what they did. They started throwing hands, from the get go. But Solo would start kicking the injured leg of Owens. Owens will make several comebacks, but either the leg gave out, or Sikoa would just, cut him off, and he would work on the injured leg. So KO did a really good job selling the injured leg from SmackDown. Um, he would actually, get the advantage a little bit, and was going to go for a cannonball until the leg gave way, and he had to eat a Solo sidekick. Uh, in the end, Owens thwarted the Usos' interference, tried to put Sikoa away, but Solo nailed the Samoan spike on him for the win. And you know what that means? That means, uh, it's the Usos and Sikoa. Uh, so, as far as we know, Matt Riddle and Sami Zayn was not there because of flight delays. So it's 3-on-1. So they start putting whooping on poor old Kevin Owens until guess who shows up finally? Matt Riddle and Sami Zayn arrive to the building. They run out and make the save, start putting a whooping on the Bloodlines to the delight of the crowd. And that's how that show ended. Like I said, that's pretty decent Raw. So I guess good Raw means Triple H was in charge, right? Sorry, being an asshole. I think last I heard, I think a couple little changes, and there was legit flight delays and people couldn't get in. So there were some things that had to change up, and supposedly the final script. I mean, I'm just going by what I read. Uh, Vince changed one little thing, but the rest of the script was, you know, had a Vince's stamp of approval. So who knows? Maybe they might be just doing back in the Memphis territory, Jerry Lawler and Jerry Jarrett, they would trade off booking. One of them would book for 6 months, then the other one would book for 6 months. And of course, unfortunately for Jerry Lawler, if he went booking and wrestling, he was just wrestling. So he really didn't get time off. But anyway, maybe that's what Vince and Triple H is doing. But like I said, it's not my business. Let's just, enjoy it. Let's see where things go. And if you're just going to say it's a terrible Raw because this person wrote it or that person's in charge, you're definitely not watching the same. I mean, I get it. The Raw after Mania was a disappointment. I even said it last week. Go back and see this. It was a very lackluster Raw after Mania, but it was okay at best Raw, and this was pretty good Raw. Kept my attention. Anyway, that does it for me this week. Thank you for tuning in, and like I said, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to follow me on social media, on Facebook, it's Ronald Ray. On Twitter, it's RRPATRPTV 46. Of course, if I watch the ending credits, it has all of them. So until then, you folks have a good one and take it easy.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife Natural.